Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of the Disc Golf Answer Man. Next one is from Anonymous.
This is promising.
Could be.
Hey, Disc Golf Answer Men. I have a question regarding the difference between championship competitive courses and community courses. In my area, we're fortunate enough to have a lot of different courses, but they lie at different ends of the spectrum. I personally get a little irritated when people are constantly trying to turn the small community courses into championship level courses by talking about adding trees and moving pins longer and making it tougher. In my opinion, if we're trying to grow the sport, we need to keep those courses extremely easy for the families that are going out with their DX starter packs or 3 discs and just wanting to have fun. If everything's made super competitive, it's not going to be enjoyable. I just wondered what you guys thought about this, if you had any advice, or what is the criteria that separates that competitive championship course and a community course? Thanks, guys.
So is he saying all courses should be easy or just ones in community?
No, he's just asking about should they always be easier? Or should you always be trying to make them harder? Things like that.
Well, I mean, that to me, that might be kind of the argument for we need more private courses. We need more. In other words, we need more private courses that we can control. That we're going to have championship level competitions on there. We're going to have the big the Disc Golf Pro Tours, the big big tours. That's one of the reasons why we have Glass One Open on the big stage is the Emporia Country Club, because it's a private course. We have a lot more say in what can happen on that course. If we held the championships at the final lead card round on Jones, it's a great course for it. And I know a lot of the pros love that Jones East course, but if, we try to we obviously reserve the park, but if someone wanted to show up and have a picnic, we have to deal with that.
Right.
There's times where I've been to events where either someone planned poorly or someone did, or somebody else didn't care, and they showed up and they had a family picnic, and they're right in the way of everything, and so that doesn't happen on a private course. So yes, we do. I think we need the community level one, the community park that allows the beginners, but there's also a big need for the big stage of disc golf and having these private big courses that really test the skills of the competitive player.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you only have one course in town, you want it to be a more beginner-friendly course. Plain and simple. As someone who enjoys really competitive disc golf courses, starting off with an easier course is better for everyone. You can adapt and make longer tees if you need to. You can make safari layouts if you need to. That's fine. But if given the option, here's an example. I will never ever make Hammond Park more difficult ever. It is a perfect beginner-friendly course. I still love going to play Hammond, where I can practice my approach shots, my touch game, things like that.
Right.
But it's not the course I'd want to play all the time. However, it's vitally important that it is in town, because you don't want to take a beginner out to Jones East. You honestly don't really want to take a beginner out to Jones West. I mean, those courses are on the more difficult side of things. They're going to challenge the intermediate to advanced level players. Having those easier courses is vitally important, and I think having both is really, really good.
I mean, I would imagine, yes, in a town where they only can afford or only have the opportunity for one course, there's going to be a fine balance between, easy for the person that is throwing for the first time and some seasoned players that want to play a harder course. I get that there's a fine balance. And I guess once someone becomes the person that wants to play more competitively, they're probably going to travel anyway for tournaments and stuff. So yeah, Jeff on Facebook said the community parks allow for good exposure to disc golf, though.
Yeah.
Yes, you're completely right. They allow for that. And maybe my scenario was more for a place that has multiple. But I have been to places where they want to get a disc golf course put in, and they show me the park, and I'm thinking, yeah, this would be good for a disc golf course. And then they start thinking, yeah, and then we can have tournaments here. And I'm like, oh, no.
No, this isn't a tournament course. It's just like Hammond is a double disc course that we do for fun during GBO.
Right, but
never, ever would that be a real course that we would use.
And I understand that that's going to be, the ignorance in the true definition of the word, ignorance of people not understanding disc golf and the competitive aspect of disc golf.
Yeah, good question. I like it.
Someone said, kind of what you said. Jarrett said something about having red tees and blue tees where, you have harder and, easier. And so I guess that's if you are able to do that, you can have different tee settings
right,
so that one park can accommodate for beginners or more advanced players.
Well, clearly marked easy setups though are great for introducing people to the sport.